we're back. Welcome to another episode of the Jack of All Kima.
1, 2, 3, go!
Okay, so today I am back to work, start tomorrow, but I'm travelling down there today, and today we are going to the Wilderness Festival in Oxfordshire. So again, spending a bit of time down in the Cotswolds area. It's nice enough though. So yeah, we're going to go and see what that's about. I've never been again, never been to the event, so all new to me. We'll see what we can find, see what we can do, and then we're bouncing on to 2 more festivals after that one, so it's a busy couple of weeks. So we have arrived and it is boiling, flipping boiling. Beautiful part of the world, Cotswolds, to be fair. Some great sights on the way in. So yeah, now I am just on the way to accreditation to get my passes and whatever I need to get around. I'm hoping we don't have any problems with where I'm camping, because there is always problems with these sorts of things. So we'll see. So, as per usual, nothing's ever correct. I have got a living in pass now, but now it's trying to get there. Yeah. Happens every time. So now I've got to exit the site and come back into the site because it's a one-way system. Lovely view though. Yeah. Time for the Tentbox. Yeah, boy. So here we go again. It's been a little while, but I've done this a few times, so I should be pretty slick at this now. In all honesty, the Tentbox has never been an issue to put up. The Lite 2.0 is the one that takes the longer to put up, and it never normally takes me any more than 5 minutes, and you only get quicker with the amount that you do it. There we go. She's up. It's been a while. Pleased to be back in it. At this point, it was time to check out the showers, get tucked up for the night, ready to start the job in the morning. Well, here we go. Starting for 8. Nice steady 12-hour shift. Up the boys. So this job for me wasn't so much about looking after the festival, but more about looking after the property and its residents of the estate that the festival was on. So of course, there's only ever going to be so much I can film here, out of respect and privacy for its residents. Check these out for some posh bogs, apart from all the paper everywhere. Check these out. Whoa! Urinals! Of course, I did get a little bit of time to check out the festival as well. Wilderness Festival is a contemporary music festival held over 4 days, set in the Cornbury Park estate near Chipping Norton in Oxfordshire. A nice steady few days work for me, but now it's time to move on to the next job. So once I'd finished the last shift, I hit the road for the next event over 200 miles away in Newquay, Cornwall. Luckily for me, I wasn't going to do all that in one and was stopping to visit family in Plymouth and North Cornwall beforehand. The following morning, I was up and on for 6 o'clock to get up and get out for a run, and also meet my sister and her family for a morning swim. I've always enjoyed running these routes along the coastline of Plymouth and try to get it done every time I'm down here. On a day like this one, the scenery is brilliant and it makes the run somewhat of a breeze. And after a bit of a sweat fest of a run, what better than to take a nice cool refreshing dip. This is my sister and my new nephew, Luca. First time meeting him. And after a morning swim, it is common practice to go to the Harmon Bagel Company for a bagel and a coffee. Both of which, by the way, are top tier, and I would highly recommend this rite of passage of ours. Good morning. It is 20 to 12. It is what we're on. We're on Tuesday, and today I'm going back to work. So I've sort of done a job. I was in the Cotswolds, and now I'm currently at my mother's. A nice little place, just on the River Tamar in the Cornwall side. Yeah, today I'm going down to Boardmasters Festival to work there. I've also got Annie and Baz coming to see me on the Friday while I'm working. Baz wanted to see Fatboy Slim, so got him a ticket. So before heading off, I went for a bit of a walk with my mum. As always, a bit of history for you. This is the Tamar Bridge that opened in 1961 by the Queen Mother. It was built to replace the local congested ferry between Plymouth and Saltash. And this is Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who built the adjacent railway bridge in 1859. Anyway, it was time to hit the Cornish roads down to Boardmasters Festival. Boardmasters is located on what used to be part of RAF St Morgan. I've a bit of a lengthy past with this place, having been down here for many times on training and had some unforgettable times with the guys that I worked with. Those really were the days. It always interests me to see these disused wartime aircraft hangars that are on site. So, I've arrived at Boardmasters. Here's the Caddy, and check out my view in the morning. Oh yeah, we'll get the Tentbox up and yeah, the rest of the day's a bit of a chill. So, as I was first one here, I picked the spot with a view. Well, why not? And what a great view it was to wake up to every morning. Although, pretty windy the first night actually. The canopy part of the Tentbox had a bit of vibration on that night, and my head was right next to it. So, bit of broken sleep the first night, but all in all, not too bad. Once I got set up, it was down to the beach for a few pints. So, today I'm working as plainclothes, just in amongst the crowd. Start off fairly steady, as it is Wednesday, and people arriving today, camping, things like that. But yeah, just go get us breakfast and head on out earlier than what we normally do. We're going to start a bit later and finish later as of Thursday. So yeah, let's go and get the day. Here's my breakfast. Crew catering is always pretty good at Boardmasters. So we started off the job checking out one of the main gates to the campsites, which is where the festival started filling up with all the young uns. You can attend Boardmasters from the age of 16 unattended, so it does attract the younger crowd. So I stick out like a bit of a sore thumb. We got ourselves into the arena before the gates opened just to get our bearings and liaise with any relevant event organisations. As far as music goes on day 1 and 2, it's predominantly silent discos. Now I have to give these guys a shout out. The Brawl Grill. Unbelievable food. Brazilian style barbecue meats, and the taste was unreal. These guys looked after us throughout the weekend and were really friendly. So if you come across these guys at a festival or an event that you're attending, I would highly recommend. Of course, a token Ferris wheel. As far as the silent disco goes, pretty quiet in the arena. So we're out wandering around the camps. At night it is 2 o'clock. And apparently this is when all the parties happened and all the trouble goes on. So we're on the hunt. Fairly trouble-free night, but take a look out of my bedroom window. Oh yes. So another day, another disguise. Damn, it was a hot one. Weather apps were saying 19 degrees. Felt more like 29 though, to be honest. But look who's here, look. Ah, they made it. Ready for the day. Harry's first festival. So this was the first day with actual music, none of this silent disco. With a pretty old school lineup with Tiny Temper, Dizzy Rascal, and headlining was Fatboy Slim. And it was also great to see a Donny lad of Freddie Halkin playing at Boardmasters. So Boardmasters actually started in 1981 as a professional surfing competition on Fistral Beach. It expanded in later years from 2005 to Watergate Bay as a surfing and music festival, as you see it today. Although not as big as it was, the surfing competition is still held on Fistral Beach in Newquay. All in all, a good festival, not much trouble, and we move on to the next. Finishing up at Boardmasters, I was back over to my mum's an hour down the road, where I had a couple of days to spend with Annie and Baz before moving on to the next event. Whenever I'm in the southwest, this is one place that I try to get to every time, Burr Island. The island is cut off by the tide twice a day and requires a sea tractor to get over there if the tide is in. For me, the island has become a pretty special place for me over the years, as it is where I scattered my dad's ashes a couple of years ago. He brought me here on my very first holiday at just 6 months old. The island has a rich history spanning 700 years of smuggling, with a 14th century inn, the Pilchard Inn, built in 1336. The island is also home to a 1930s Art Deco hotel that famously hosted writer Agatha Christie. If you plan on visiting here, just be sure to check the tide times or the tractor service times. Good morning. So, Boardmasters was chaotic as usual. Just loads of young entitled teenagers that think they own the world. Got a couple of days off before I'm at Boomtown and with Baz and Annie, and we're just seeing some sights. Today we're going to St Ives. We're currently at St Earth station in Cornwall. So yeah, just gonna go have a mooch about and take you around. So if you're visiting Cornwall, I would say you need to visit St Ives. And personally, the best way to do it is to catch the train from St Earth. This time of year, it is a pretty busy service, so it's best to get there early and make the day of it. It's no more than a 15-minute journey, but what a picturesque journey it is. Just take in some of these views. St Ives is a famous seaside town with a year-round population of around 11,000. Before tourism, it was a busy fishing port known for catching and processing pilchards. As we set off reasonably early, Baz was thinking about his stomach, so I knew a place. The Balcony, St Ives. Been here a couple of times and it's never disappointed. Especially on a day like this. Look at the view, and the food was exceptional. So now we'd got Baz fed, we decided to go for a bit of a walk round, and there's plenty to see from a variety of shops, food and drink, with the oldest pub, the Sloop Inn, from 1312. St Ives also attracts many famous painters and sculptors, and has its own major modern art gallery, the Tate, that opened in 1993, that is right on the seafront. St Ives has also had its fair share of military history, as you can see here. Overlooking the town on the high ground sits this medieval stone building, St Nicholas Chapel. It offers 360-degree panoramic views of St Ives Bay and historically served as a lookout for smugglers. Nowadays it is owned and managed by St Ives Town Council for visits and wedding blessings. But on a day like this, just check out them views. Clearly Baz was getting a bit warm in his dark clothing, so it was time to hit the beach. The beaches around St Ives are by far the best I've seen in the UK, and the seas, well, they're no comparison to Cleethorpes, are they? Just a shot of me bobbing around in the Maldives. You'd never know. Baz was enjoying himself that much, he decided to take the camera off my hands. After a couple of hours on the beach and in the water, we decided to walk back into town and grab some souvenirs. Along these narrow streets there are plenty of holiday lets and holiday cottages. And I am into an old building, so I decided to go and have a look at this church, as it was open to the public and even has its very own coffee shop inside. I'm also one of them people that gives 5 minutes to take a look at the local war memorial. For our tomorrow, they gave their today. For me, that is worth at least 5 minutes of my time any day of the week. And what a beautiful, well-kept memorial it is. If there is any crimes committed in St Ives, it's by these guys. Thieving Cornish pasties and ice creams day in, day out. Our day in St Ives is drawing to a close, so we made our way back towards the station. Short journey to St Earth, back to the Caddy. And that was our little day trip to St Ives. Woo! A quick turnaround as the following day I was up the road to Hampshire for Boomtown Festival. Boomtown was a new one for me, not really heard much about it, never worked it, never been. However, what I had heard made me feel a bit apprehensive, I'll be honest. Drove past a few stones that everybody likes to gather around and take pictures of. So, currently stuck in a lot of traffic. I should have just gone over the central reservation like a few people did down there. But you know, playing it by the law and everything. But yeah, just waiting to get through this traffic and get my accreditation and hopefully get a few hours sleep because I'm on nights. Just a few days left, Joe. Yep, night shifts. I hate nights as well, especially when you've been up all day. However, here we go again. Let's put the Tentbox back up. I'm starting to feel like this is a home from home for me. I tucked myself in right into the corner of the green shield, basically looking for the shade. Didn't really work though, it was still boiling hot, and trying my luck at getting a couple of hours sleep before this night shift was looking slimmer and slimmer, to be honest. Nevertheless, I do love this Tentbox. It's done me really well over this season so far, and it'll be there for many more to come, I'm sure. I have, however, been looking at certain additions for the Tentbox, so more than likely you will see them in future videos. Anyway, there we go. She's all pitched up, ready to go. Let's get on with this night shift. So, I was given a team as part of night incident response, and my first impressions of Boomtown was just, whoa, what is this place? People walking around like zombies and the place was just going off. We were in for a busy night. So, day one night shift. Look how baggage I look. Yeah, it was eventful, to say the least. But we go again tonight. Just trying to sleep in the day It's about 36 degrees today, or it has been, and trying to sleep in the Tentbox is just not happening. I ended up sleeping on that mat on the floor. And I'm just gonna have some noodles. Ooh yeah. Yeah, sleeping in the day was the tricky part, but the night shifts were pretty good, to be fair, and they kept us busy, which made the time go by pretty quick. And to be honest, I was enjoying Boomtown and started to think, this is a bit of me. So as the festival progressed, our biggest problem was people trying to jump the fence and gain access to the festival. Here are some of the methods that I found just within an hour, and there were some pretty insane ways of getting in. Grappling hooks, ropes, and this is for boat access at sea. Some hardcore dedication there for you. And how about this for surprises? When giving chase to a lad who breached the perimeter, I ran into a tank. And a few more. This area was within the perimeter, however closed off to the public. Turns out it is Jupiter Leisure, a tank driving experience. Now that is something I'm going to have to check out. And you'll be pleased to know I caught the little tow rag. You should have seen the state of him. So, we have the last show day of Boomtown, and yeah, got the Tentbox packed away. I'm on nights and I'm just going to grizz it. Finished nights. I've had a good sleep last night. It wasn't too hot. And well, last night, this morning, I had a good sleep, and yeah, I'm just going to finish shift, try and grizz it home. If I need to stop, I'll stop somewhere and take a kip in the Caddy. She's done well, old girl. 3 weeks on the road, and yeah, she needs to go and see Josh for some repairs, as usual. Bless her. She's done well though. After I managed to get some proper sleep, I was energised for the last shift. Don't get me wrong, it's been a busy event, but I've enjoyed it. This place is mad, absolutely bonkers, but I definitely want to come back to this event, even if I'm just working it. And dare I say it, I would come as a punter. It's been pretty impressive. This is one of the main stages, the Lion's Den, and look at it, it's unbelievable. The stage and the sheer volume of people in this natural amphitheatre. And then there was the closing ceremony at the hydro stage. Just check this out, a drone show. First time I've ever seen one of these in person, and wow, was pretty impressive. I had no idea what some of these things in the sky were, but everyone else enjoyed it and the atmosphere was great, so I rolled with it. Clearly I made this one out to be the Earth. Well, what else do I need to say? If you're into a bit of rave, dance, house, drum and bass, techno, then this is your place. Get yourself to Boomtown. It's a riot. Shift done, and that's me out of there. Cheers, Boomtown. Few hours drive back up to Donny. Okay guys, and that is that. Been a busy couple of weeks. We've done Wilderness Festival, no we haven't done Creamfields, we've done Boardmasters, and we've done Boomtown Festival. Busy festivals, and obviously a nice bit of zone time in between, which has been great. Got plenty more to do. I'm away next week working again, so look forward to that. We've also got plenty to do to the Caddy. She keeps causing me problems, bless her. Yeah, so a bit more with Josh and Andy, fixing her up, giving her a bit of TLC. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, tell your mates. Get us out there, and we'll see you at the next one. Enjoy. Take it easy.